Before I do this, I'm somewhat obligated to state this. A lineage holder in Tai Chi is always obligated. It is not their ego. It is their requirement to state what their lineage is, to pay honor to their ancestors. And to state, no, this wasn't my invention. This came from something, and to honor all those who came before. Well, when I first came back to the West from China, before then I had taught the Chen and I had taught a combination style of Tai Chi. And I had taught the Yang too. But then in China I learned the Wu, as well as I learned the old Yang style of Tai Chi and became a lineage holder. So now the question becomes, coming back to the West, when I came back in the early 80s, there were 10 times as many Yang style practitioners as there were Wu style practitioners. And they all wanted me to teach them. And I kept on saying, no, I'm only going to teach the Wu. Why did I do this? Now I'm a professional teacher. I make my daily bread out of that. I mean, how many of you here would cut 90% of your income? Okay? Because that's basically what I did. And I did it for a very simple reason. In terms of physical health, in terms of martial arts, the Yang and the Wu styles, give or take, are close. Their methods are different, but they get the same job done. Okay? I have done the martial art thing with the Wu style, and I have fought with like some of the roughest people you're ever going to ever hear of in your life, much less meet. Did it with the Yang style too. You know, I won every time. So if you win and you win and you win and you win, saying whether you won because of this technique or that technique or this style or that style is a load of crap. It's actually the human being and how well they can apply it who wins or loses, if you come right down to it. But there was something else about the Wu style. When I was learning the Yang style of Tai Chi and the Chen, when I was younger, when I was in Taiwan, everybody considered it to be the Holy Grail to find a Tai Chi teacher who actually knew the Taoist spiritual stuff behind Tai Chi. And there are specific lineages in Tai Chi that do that. Well, my teacher learned one of them and he passed it on to me. And I considered that more valuable to pass on to the West than to get a bigger paycheck or to just take it easy on myself. Because every single time I said I would teach the Yang, I had a room at least as big as this filled with people. Because they all know I studied in China, and they wanted to learn from me, they wanted to, blah, 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 blah. But I taught the Wu, and we wouldn't, maybe we'd only get a quarter as many people because it didn't have any advertising behind it. People hadn't heard of it. That's the only reason why. People tend to go with what they've heard of, not what they haven't heard of. This is kind of the way it works. But the reason I taught the Wu is because it actually has the basis of how Taoist moving meditation is done within it. And my teacher taught me that. And I thought that was the most valuable thing I learned in China. I was there for 11 years, and I studied from morning till night. And that's a hell of a statement to say I thought that was the most valuable thing I learned when I was there. Okay? But it was. It's in my... So I wanted to give the best and not less than the best. That's about what it boiled down to. Now that I've taught it for a number of years, and I have some people who've at least got on the road to that, now I'm starting to teach the Yang. Okay? I have a training circle product my company does, and it goes through the old Yang style of Tai Chi. But I didn't do it before because I considered what the Taoists knew about spirituality to be more than what they knew about medicine, and they knew a lot about medicine. To be more than what they knew about martial arts and fighting, and they knew a lot about it. I considered that to be the crown jewel of what I was fortunate enough to be exposed to.